So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our adventures here in Ilhern. Go with a quick roll call to make sure everyone's got their snacks and drinks and character sheets and all that happy stuffs at the ready as we continue our adventures. Joe,
Yep, I'm here.
Kotarg,
I'm also here.
Sarah,
Howdy.
Union,
I'm Union.
Debatable.
but I don't know who's debating that, Arson.
I am here.
And back at last, Tempest.
Hello.
So, where we last left off, the party, having finished dealing with the font found in Krinash, quickly made haste after much deliberation to their which destination they would head. Arrived in Bergland, finding that they were being followed by aerial dragonborn. Soon landed and were met up with by a battalion of such creatures. Explaining that they were here to try and settle this eternal night, the party has been escorted. I am not blanking on the name of the city as I try to explain all this, I swear. Squint!
No, there's no way you can see that on that map.
Squint! Y'all know where you're at.
We're here.
If not, Poshbot, where?
Herkir?
Here,
That sounds right.
That sounds about right. I may have started drinking about 30 minutes ago and poured a little heavy. Just a fair warning as to your survivability.
Oh,
Meeting both with a commander of the battalion as well as an individual who is described as a sort of priestess. The party being escorted then met with a crone, a leader figure of this particular clan of Dragonborn. Began making discussions as to their plans, how they were intending to deal with ending the eternal night, their need to try and find some sort of temple, going over that all of the undead, what few were present, had been taken care of, and that there was no sign of any spellcaster that the Dragonborn were aware of. We last ended with a loud, vacuumous sound issuing from several hundred yards away. That's sort of a
If I remember right, it was in the direction of the temple, right?
correct.
If I was a betting man, we want to go that way.
Yeah.
agreed.
The crone wordlessly. Oh, one other thing that wasn't mentioned: a certain someone kept trying to cast spells very subtly and failed consistently.
Miserable.
Not miserably once, and then just slightly the next time. But the only one who's not aware that Joe successfully casted a spell was Tempest, as was noted. Um, the two leading Dragonborns, the commander and the crone, look towards the source of the sound as just now fading from your senses. And a lot of you can very clearly see the font, the souls being dragged into place. And they have sunken into private deliberations between each other, as you are still surrounded by said battalion.
Hey, so we need to get in there? If you would kindly let us go.
I will. I will translate that to Draconic.
You will not be necessary.
Why not?
The crone, without answering, turns and makes a soft gesture with her hand. And you can see some of the battalion break away and begin marching towards where you see the font trickling down to. Wow, Godard. Wow.
Listen, may we at the very least go to make sure all goes well? Please.
Uninvited outsiders should be happy to still have their heads. Genasi.
I don't like this woman.
I really don't want to pick a fight here.
I'm trying to be diplomatic, but they're making it very hard.
If we're not necessary, then
This
what
is.
harm are we
You
if we
should note,
just stand out
Tempest.
of the way?
This is in Draconic.
Oh fuck! Damn
Yeah.
it!
I
Yeah.
should note.
Yep.
God
They've
damn it.
shown no signs until the crone's head swivels to Sarah of understanding common, and she just these like clouded milky whites stare out from under her hood at you as she clutches her golden crook.
I forgot how I worded what I said. I don't want to fight. But if that gets bad, we have to deal with it. That's kind of our thing.
There's another loud, vacuumous sound that hiss pop in the air. The old Dragonborn turns and once again begins quietly talking with her commander.
Thank you, Ridra.
I like Ridra trying so hard to understand Union, trying very hard to replicate the sound of Draconic speech.
Union
In his head.
totally begins to mutter like broken Draconic or Union's best attempt at Draconic under his breath for Ridra.
Give me an
Thanks,
intelligence
Altitude.
check, Union.
What was that, Matt?
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Your attempt to replicate a language you don't know.
I don't know why that rolled twice.
He only says like a few highly offensive terms, Ridra.
I just giggle at each one.
And as you don't know the context to the conversation, as far as you know, they're directed at you.
Dick. Last time I translate something for you,
It's what they're saying, Ridra.
I go and hide in the ring.
Ridra will not be of any assistance.
We
Say that out loud.
Sort of. Like a mutter.
Okay.
Loud enough you could hear it if you were paying attention to Union.
The commander turns and gestures. Outsiders will come with me. Thank you.
Let's go, I guess.
I don't see that we have much of a choice.
Are we going that way and point towards where all the noise is coming from? Because if you're going that way, I'll go with you. I mean, I'll let you walk in front.
He gestures to a large building in the opposite direction. You
Why are
are
we
to
going
be
that way?
our guests.
This is not the time. We do not come to cause trouble, but you are directly hindering us in fixing this right now. I am trying to persuade as much as I can.
You can roll.
This is in common or draconic?
Assume
I don't think
draconic
they-
until state of
Yeah.
everything they say is in draconic. You not other than the word genasi, everything's in draconic. Trouble only arrived when you did, outsiders. You either go living with my commander.
Trouble has been here this whole time. I point to the sky again. We did not cause this. We are trying to stop it.
Tempest is gently gonna bump Arson, like with her hands. Like, what's the issue?
Flames are blowing bright right now, by the way.
Hence the bumping and the asking, "What's the issue?"
As Union
Which
just like
mean-
takes a step to the
Draconic.
left away from Arson.
Tempest may not understand Draconic, but she understands Arson and his temper. Hence the bump and the question, "What's going on right now?"
A path is opened up towards the large building.
I do not move.
Since I've been
Arson?
understanding this whole conversation, I will say to Arson, if they think we broke it, then tell them to let us fix it. Because we don't have time to go sit in a room right now. I mean, it sounds like the world itself is taking breaths.
That is what I've been trying to do.
Hiss
Joseph.
pop issues from the air.
Union will step up alongside Arson and sort of say in common, ask if perhaps one of us could go with them as a sign of our good intentions.
Crone crooks her head. Starts tapping her little staff upon the ground. And raises one clawed finger.
Arson,
I think one of us may go.
Which way? With them or to the tower?
I think to the tower.
So who do we want to send?
I know somebody's not going to like this, but I would actually recommend either myself or Joe.
I was gonna vote Union.
I vote Joe.
I don't trust Union to not fuck it up. No offense.
Agreed.
so I would say that Joseph is too valuable. Should stay with the party.
But his value is exactly what would make him useful.
Yeah.
If he has to deal with
Also-
something up there.
Union, you can't understand a word they're saying.
That was
Well,
y'all's
I
conversation
figure
is in
our
common.
conversation should be
No,
in
no,
common.
I'm that was in character for the reason why it shouldn't be Union to go.
Yeah.
That was Tempest saying, Union, you shouldn't be the one to go because you don't understand a word. The draconic. I'm assuming they're draconians. I have no idea.
Dragonborn, but yeah.
Thank you. I'm just like going with it. That is why Union should not go, is because he can't understand what the Dragonborn are saying. Hence why Joe should go. He understands them, or so
Yeah.
he's saying.
That same
Assuming.
reason counts
And
Sarah and not Sarah, Kotark and me out.
And if but what if Joseph is needed to stop the front?
That's where he's going.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah.
to the font.
They're only
Oh,
gonna
I-
let one of us go to the font.
Okay,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just then.
Plus, he's probably the best, single combat. With
The
his
whole
weird,
levitate.
all his weird magic-y bullshit.
Magic-y bullshit.
Look at the party full of spellcasters.
It's not my
I don't
fault
know what
that
you're talking about.
a melee guy wanted to duel me from 500 feet away.
Then I think we send Joe.
That that was supposed to be my fight, Joseph.
It worked out better at the end, Union.
I forgot
but
about
it was
that.
still
Wasn't
my
there.
fight,
But yes, we
just
send
for the
Joe.
record.
If you need any help, Joe, I don't know if you have any magic to contact us, but
Send-
Yell
Why
really
are
loud.
we
Send Duncan.
delaying?
I'll send up a beacon.
you could also send your monkey.
Right.
Right. I will.
Just do a sign. We'll come get you.
Figure it out, apparently.
So, all right. If it's gonna be me,
Have fun.
3 Dragonborn break away and flank you, Joe. Okay, Sarah.
so heading to the font at a brisk pace.
While the rest are led towards this large centralized building. The crone and commander accompanying you. With about 20 or so of the battalion, the rest of which begin to split apart and go about other duties. Joe, with your comprehension of all language at the moment, you can hear the guards behind you. Why is this one glowing like the fiends? I don't know.
Fiends? Is that what he said?
Correct. Should we not put them down like we did the undead? Yishka will know. Yishka will know. The crone did not say kill. Yet. No trust. Can't trust.
I'm pretty much kind of just ignoring them and heading straight there.
You
To
arrive
get an idea.
to about what appears to be about a 3-story or so tall temple. The central design of which being a tower. At the top of which you can see carvings of various draconic figures. In the firelight glinting from the camps around you, you can see brass, silver, various metallic shades.
How bad basically does this look? Like, is this just like the other ones that we've been seeing, where
Now you're pretty much in like first person, right up in front of it. The font is draining straight into said tower, and
draining into?
into the
Haven't
tower.
all the other ones been like sending stuff?
No, it's been receiving always.
It's always been receiving. Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like a funnel, everything going down into its target location. With a cough behind you, one of them is, "Where guards? Where Dusk? Yes, more outsiders. Must be." And you very faintly hear the sound of steel being drawn. One wrong move. And another hiss pop in the air.
Right. I'm going to say in common and hope they understand that it looks like your guards have been dispatched by something. I hope that when we find it, I can expect your assistance.
As you glance over your shoulder at them, they are it's a very aggressive stance and glaring. You can see one of them has, in fact, drawn their weapon.
Right. Um, how many of them is there?
You have 3 with you.
3 with me. Okay. I'm going to start kind of making my way around this. I'm assuming going in is not the best idea with all this stuff coming in. And looking for their guards basically to show them that they have bigger problems than us.
So you're trying to make your way around the building instead of going inside of it?
Well, you're saying that basically like this big font of power is just getting shot into the tower. Are we talking like in the tower, or is this like a beam of? Because I'm envisioning like this tower basically being engulfed in this energy, similar to like the tree and stuff.
So building, tower.
Hold on, I was not.
Entryway that you know of.
So we're by the entryway then.
Yeah, you'd be.
Yeah, I'll make my way inside then.
Okay. Following close behind you, you can hear a grumbled hiss from one of them, the primary one that has been speaking so far. As your eyes adjust away from the campfire and into full dark vision, you can see what looks to be just the lower half of a dragonborn sat across up against the wall, the upper half blasted away in a visceral work of art upon the wall.
Somebody's decorating. if you guys have a way of sending a message back, it would be much appreciated if the rest of the Chosen were here.
Kind of cock their head at you. One of the ones that has not drawn weapons steps over. They can only kind of see, Dragonborns being one of the few without dark vision.
Oh, you need some light? You want me to throw a spotlight on your dead friend? I can do that.
You're pretty sure they have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
Well, here's the thing. I can understand.
I know.
I can't speak.
Yep.
I thought tongues gave you both. If that was what you cast.
He didn't cast tongues.
Comprehend language.
Ah.
So like he's leaning over where he can see where you're looking. And he's getting closer. And he's actually just about to step on the body as you talk about shedding some light.
Yeah, for a minute there I didn't think I had it, but I do have light. Okay. So yes, I will shed some light for them.
There is an audible roar from the most untrusting of them, the one with the steel drawn. Murderer! And you turn and you see the other holding back the aggressive one, who is quite ready to strike you down. Joe handles things efficiently. He's now being accused of murder.
I was really glad you know.
Just at this point, realizing that these guys don't understand anything I'm saying anyway. Just like, yeah, of course. I killed this man while you were walking me here. Obviously, I mean, look, the blood's already dry.
It's definitely not. It's still dripping down the wall.
I know.
But now that you have shed light and you can actually see further into the sort of circular hall, you can see several other scattered bodies dispatched in the same way, with whole parts of them blasted off. No, she wouldn't. Start looking amongst each other. Still very cautiously glancing at you.
Yeah, I'm basically following the gore. At this point, my thoughts is, these guys can either help or just get out of the way.
The one that investigated the corpse is soon right behind you. Very aggressively grabs your shoulder and goes to turn you towards them.
Okay.
And asks in Draconic, understand?
I'm gonna shake yes. And then point to my lips and shake, but no, can't speak it. You big dumb brute. You understand?
There's a mild flicker where he seems to be regarding the tone more than the words. Iskra, Askra, reinforcements, go. The sorcerer, murderer, betrayal. Go. With sword in hand, still very, very much trying to get at you. Before apparently this individual has pulled rank, and he kind of inhales deeply, and the two of them run out of the temple, heading back towards where the battalion had broken away.
Right.
If Erska betray, much danger. Do not let shout.
I'm gonna just nod and like slowly push his hand off and say, well, "Come on, let's go. They're getting away. I need to find a really big statue to blow up." I have a feeling it's probably going to be of a dragon.
He clenches his hand a few times before shoving past you.
Well, I like this better.
Panning the camera over to the large building. It is large but squat. Would probably be much visually similar in size and stature to the guild hall back in Ilhern, taking up almost an entire block and a half in and of itself. Here you can see several of various colored dragonborns all taking guard with each other at various points, snapping to attention as the commander in crone leads you all towards the front entrance. No one has spoken since you guys have broken away from Joe outside of your own party, and Everflame, who is still bitching about having to have walked this entire way. Considering we have special griffins, we could have been here already. This is bullshit.
I don't disagree.
Every now and then, if these people only knew who the hell I was.
Should we tell them?
No, they might get upset.
Ah. I know exactly the feeling.
I may have raised a few of them, and I don't mean as family.
Just
That is going to get a laugh out of Tempest.
just
Just
sigh.
a laugh.
Ah. I see.
We all had our younger years. Ain't that right, Union?
I'm Union. He just says that very resignedly.
Excuse you, GM, while he pours his next drink. The commander breaks away to an individual who does appear a bit larger in stature, and you catch this reddish bronze glint to their armor and to their scales, bounced off from the firelights nearby.
Oh, not from arson? Okay.
Fortunately, he does not get the ability to glow nearly as brightly as Joe does.
Yeah.
He's a rather
Oh, no,
he's a
looking
re-
really pissed off.
he's a rather contained source of light.
I want to say it's only like 10 feet. I get it.
Hey, that's 10 feet.
Anyhow, the guards that are with you begin to break away, marching off, seemingly all stopping at a line that a lot of you have already been led across, before a contingent of similarly scaled, what you would realize as copper dragonborns, surround you and begin to continue leading you inward.
What were the Dragonborn colors that were previously, well, just recently escorting us?
Silver. Your GM is like 99.999% sure.
I want to say it was silver. You
Pretty
told
sure
us.
silver.
I was gonna make a very bad joke and then decided against it.
Yeah. Let's not dig the hole any deeper right now.
Wasn't gonna say it in character. Well, actually, yes, I was. Who am I gonna lie?
But you guys are led inside and begin to be led past several ornate doors and into a central chamber in which several Dragonborns of copper, there's about 2 gold, and 1 bronze. We're in a very heated discussion. Stop quite abruptly as you enter. The bronze, very gutturally and in common. Outsiders.
I don't trust myself to speak right now, so
Neither did I. That's why I put it out of character.
rest of the people, go.
They don't speak common.
This one just spoke
he just
common.
did.
Oh,
So
totally in character. They don't speak common. It's just very confused. Oh,
so
Hello.
sort of wasting time being here. We're
Yes.
trying to fix the sky. We're trying to end all this horrible shit, and you guys are stopping us.
we did not cause any of the issues. We are just trying to fix it.
This does not matter to me. Outsiders with heads still attached.
But if you help us, we will be out of here very soon. Faster than if you just leave us here to annoy you.
Annoyances have heads removed.
Look, we don't want any conflict. We're not here for any conflict. We're only here
Come
to
quite armed for no conflict.
no conflict with you.
The world is a dangerous place. You cannot begrudge us our arms.
There are a lot of undead things walking about.
If we were here to have conflict with you, you would have had it. We're here to solve the weird blue undead issue that's going on around the world. We're here to fix the sky.
And while your company is invigorating, we very much do not have time to waste. So if we could expedite this some.
It doesn't take much insight to realize you're talking to a meathead.
I was kind of talking to the general room.
He's the one that somehow speaks common.
Of course he is.
Arson, translate.
I will
Just
translate
arson.
just in the most
arson.
resigned tone possible.
Where's that fucking calm emotions spell?
I am told, the Golden Dragonborn stepping forward, that one of your party has been allowed to enter our most sacred of halls. Is this not being lenient enough with you? Filth.
Was this in
Draconic,
Draconic or?
yes.
We have reason and experience to believe that souls are being pulled from great temples to all the gods. So, and we have seen them in the temples of Othander, temple to Mist. I will go on to. Did we ever figure out which one was in Kritash?
That
It was a
was
tree.
A white tree.
Yeah,
Sylvanas, maybe?
or uh, insert the proper nature, God. Uh, would it not make sense if we for the pattern if they were not using your most grand and glorious temple?
you switch to a flattering tongue, hoping to entreat.
Because anger got me nowhere.
Only because you failed to use it correctly. Genasi.
Tempest will look at the golden dragonborn.
I will put my hand like in a calming. We're good. We're good. I am not a great diplomat or one who is skilled in talking. I can only do what I can.
About this time, you can all hear echoing down the halls heavy footfalls
From where we came?
from where you came.
Like where we just were?
This
You
now,
didn't
mind you, this has been
back.
it's been several minutes, both with the walk to get here and the conversation.
Tempest will look. Because, heavy footfalls. Concerning.
A dragonborn clearly having just sprinted a mad dash through the building is gesturing, and it is the bronze brute who makes his way over and begins a hushed conversation.
Tempest will lean over to Arson, just whispering, I thought the bronze ones weren't allowed in here.
Drug, just he's found that level of anger where it's just inner peace.
And no, it was the bronze
Oh,
guards
it's silver.
that brought you in.
The silver ones left
Well,
us.
the
Got it.
the coppery.
Yeah.
Right, sorry, that was my mix-up.
Are you sure you are not deceived by the sorcerer? More hushed conversation.
I'm gonna try to listen.
Give me a perception check. You straining can only catch bits and pieces. Something about several bodies, clearly killed by magic. Only discovered when the outsider lit a magic light.
He's good. He's not that good.
I killed everybody and then turned the lights on.
Yeah.
Fucking self-report, bruh. He just has no one to blame. That's the only problem. We've made this many allowances. If it's the outsiders, then they will be dispatched afterwards. The two that have yet to speak kind of really glance at each other and leave the room. Should you sully our most sacred halls, your souls will burn for him.
We will be as respectful as we can. We do not know what we face apart from it will be a rough battle, I presume.
All the brute says is Urska, and motions for you to follow.
Let's go.
Panning the camera back around. I'm assuming you guys decide now is not the time to sit down and have the finger sandwiches that were just delivered.
Correct.
Sandwiches.
Like, right as you're like going to reach for it, Union.
Oh, they even have the little paste. Oh, fine. Save the world. All right, I'm coming.
They even had the nonsensical little cucumber sandwiches.
Oh, cucumbers. You just grumbling all the way.
Can we use the griffins to get back to the place a little faster?
Your griffins aren't with you,
Damn it.
but the Dragonborn is setting one hell of a pace.
I'm
Is
happy with
Everflame
running.
with us?
Nope.
God damn it, Everflame.
You look over his shoulders and remember dwarf.
Yeah. Did he at least try to come with us?
He's trying, but 50 feet per turn versus 60
60.
and 80 feet per turn. The brute's hauling ass.
Yeah. Note to self. Long strider in the morning.
Joe!
Yep.
As you are making your way further up the tower, finding more and more of the discarded remains of the Dragonborn guards, you could almost sort of mentally clock that same hiss pop sound and can now associate it with the sound of a brief and sudden sound of someone or something screaming in pain. Who says he doesn't have a code, Hark? Maybe he's running on purpose.
I'm assuming the one guy is still moving fast ahead of me. I'm just going to stay behind him, but let him continue on. Unless he's going the wrong way, then I will.
As he gets to what appears to be a landing, he very quickly says, "Darkness, now."
I will. I've actually been waiting for an opportunity to do this anyway. So yeah, I will drop my light.
And as the light begins to fade, you see him crouch down in this almost cat-like predatory stance. Two brief glints of metal as he draws what looks to be long daggers.
Okay.
So few of you, then. Yet you were all so earnest before. You cannot yet see like into the room where the voice is coming from.
Right. So is it just me and one?
It's just you and one. He sent the other two to go get reinforcements.
Okay. I was thinking he only sent one back, so it's just me and one other. Okay. Well, he knows I'm here, so let's. I will casually stroll out where I can see them.
As you make your way, the one escorting you, sticks an arm between you and your path. You can see him shaking his head, with his free hand making a motion, almost as if trying to project a shout.
Jet a shout.
Um, I'm doing charades on my computer, realizing you can't see it, but almost like
Yeah.
someone's drawing a
I
voice
think
forward.
I know what he's basically saying, because yeah, I know you can read stuff.
Um, he reaches down and grabs what looks to be just a torso missing both its lower half and part of it, an arm. And you see there's even a slight look of disgust in his face as he throws it onto the landing, and that same hiss popping sound slams into it, exploding the torso.
Okay.
Please roll for initiative.
Yeah, yeah. Ba-dum-ba-ba. Um. Initiative.
You find yourself staggering back from being so close to this loud blast of sonic energy, even getting a bit of dragonborn viscera on your face as you begin to look away. Your escort springs into action. See him vault into the darkened room and begins to attack what you presume to be the priestess Urska from before.
Yeah, sure.
A bit of conflict out of sight occurs, and it is now your turn.
Okay.
It'll be 10 feet of your movement to get into the room.
Before I go into the room, um, I'm going to pull out a gem that I have in my pocket for a while now, since nobody's around, and use my action to summon a spawn from the realm of fear. And instruct it to after summoning it, I think I'm just going, since it takes its turn after mine, I'm going to basically walk into the room, like you said, the 10 feet, so that I can know what I'm up against, and I'll go from there.
Okay. So this creature marked with fear rushes out from your own shadow, sourced by the gem in hand. As you follow behind it, you see your dragonborn escort still hanging very low, that is moving with aggressive but still that graceful sort of feline motion, um, seemingly attempting to try and attack through this wall of force between themselves and the white-robed figure, who you can see just behind her, a small but very elaborate sculpture of several different dragons, the sort of focal point where all the souls are pouring into. She herself in the middle of, once again, you can see a very deep inhale.
Um, mentally command the spirit to attack her and use my bonus action to try and quicken a come on, open my sheet again. Thank you. A Eldritch Blast Setter.
Your blast of force slams into the same wall of energy that your guard appears to be trying to pierce through.
That's what I expected, but
very briefly lighting the room with that purplish energy, and lance of moonlight that issues forth from you. Soon the shadowy apparition is launching forward, attempting likewise to follow your commands.
right. This thing basically, I believe, attacks. Let me pull up my cheat sheet on him.
Did you get a sheet for him to fill in here on Roll20?
Actually, I did fill in a sheet for him on here. If you remember a while back, we thought I might die, and you gave me an extra sheet.
Okay, you
and
just
I've
used
been
him.
using it. I keep repurposing it for other things.
That's okay.
My nightmare ally. So yeah, it does 2 chilling winds as it attempts to attack through the shield.
There you go.
That's a good one.
The shield actually breaks, so it is able to go forward and attack with the second one.
Alright.
Fortunately, it does not beat her natural armor.
Right. And we're still in darkness, right?
Correct.
So the fear manifestation can use the hide action as a bonus action.
Okay.
So that would be its dexterity for
Think
to
so?
hide?
Yes, it'd be a stealth check.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It would be an advantage, but I'm pretty sure she can see in the dark.
It appears that she can.
Yeah.
Her eyes seemingly almost utterly dismissing the guard as a non-issue, quickly locks onto you. And in common, very almost whisperly quiet, "You will not take the promises from me as you had the others."
And there is an effect if a creature starts its turn within 5 feet of this thing.
Her turn has just started.
Okay. So, Weight of Sorrow, any creature other than you that starts its turn within 5 feet has its speed reduced by 20 until the start of its next creature's turn.
Okay. No.
So let's see what she does.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I need a Constitution saving throw from your ally, the guard, and yourself.
Okay.
We're going to nominate Sarah. Go ahead and roll for the guard, please. Just a flat d20. Thank you, Sarah.
That's me. The ally Constitution.
Okay, your ally is fine, whereas you and the guard take a whopping 5 cold damage. And she exhales a breath of draconic nature.
Okay. Exhales a breath.
She, yeah, Dragonborn,
She,
dragon
she,
breath.
she,
She went bleh all over you.
Right.
A blast of cold air.
So that would trigger Hellish Rebuke, right?
What's the word on Hellish Rebuke? When you take
When you
damage,
take
correct?
Damage. Yeah.
Yes, it would.
But basically it says when you take damage from an attack.
Then no, it wouldn't.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I was thinking, was that it's because it's like an aura or something.
The guard, shaking free of having just been blasted himself, launches forward to make his attacks. The first swing bites through her robes and clatters against her scales. Yes?
It's only just when you're damaged by a creature within 60 feet.
Oh.
Then,
I must have typed it wrong in my sheet
Thingy.
for roll 20.
yeah, then you roll your Hellish Rebuke.
Yes, Hellish Rebuke. In fact, we'll go ahead and bump this up to a level 2.
It seems to have no effect as she steals a green number.
Okay. It had no effect. Just for future information.
You're fairly sure it did not have the bite you wanted it to. She made the save.
Okay. Right.
Critically.
Right. I just wanted, to confirm that I feel like she took damage from that,
Correct.
but but she saved. She avoided the brunt of it. Yeah.
But even as she nimbly dodges away from the lance of moonlight in the otherwise dark room, your compatriot utilizes the momentary sight and strikes a decent blow, cutting into her, leading to once again your turn. At the end of this turn, please everyone roll initiative.
At the end of this turn.
For everyone else, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
You guys are officially 3 turns out from getting up to the current room of conflict.
No problem. Mind Sliver honor.
An intelligence save. DC 17. You do see her stagger back from your spell.
Okay. Let's give this a shot. Let's quicken this puppy. Um, is it quicken equal to the level, right? No, that's 20. It's always 2 for quicken. Okay. Quicken blindness on her. Con saving, and she has to subtract the D4 from that
Mm-hmm.
that save. And same thing, DC 17.
As you utter out the component of the spell, you feel a quick glare and glance from her. The spell is stuttering in your throat. You've been counterspelled.
Still got it to waste one. That would be my turn. Break line of sight.
So you use your movement to get back down to the stairwell.
I basically just like walked into the doorway.
Yeah.
Before, so it's just temporarily break line of sight, and then the dude comes up. Nightmare ally, chilling rend. 2 of these. Nice. I like this ally.
And any other Dragonborn, this would have been definitely deadly.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I mean, I can't change that damage.
I know.
But I mean,
But still, he's been consistent.
yeah, this and I mean, I'm not even. The whole thing is like the first attack coming out of hiding would have advantage, but he keeps critting on the first one.
So you can't really complain.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he doesn't really need the and that'll be his hide this turn. And that's me. I think allies up.
Okay.
Then you want us to roll initiative?
Yes, I need everyone else to roll their initiative. Like I said, you are 3 turns out unless you can find some way to accelerate your movement.
Can I activate my sword by hitting the ground?
Has it been a week?
Does mine ever go down a week?
We'll double check the wording.
That's once a day.
Yeah, hers is once a day, which you did rest. Unions is a week.
Yeah.
I assumed both were.
Now, hers might have other effects she's not aware of. What?
Maybe.
Something, something, legendary item, something, something.
See, basically my question is, can I like attack a tree or the ground or something? And it count as an attack action?
I'm going to argue no, just to prevent setting a precedent.
Okay.
You can attack yourself.
Ooh.
Sarah, as your primary physician, I recommend against this.
I say
Yeah.
you don't have to make it a heart attack. You could go halfway on it.
I repeat, as your primary physician.
I will attack myself to activate my item.
Alright, roll the attack. I believe that beats your AC.
Just 17 damage, no big deal. This would be myself, Union, Arson.
Tempest? Well, yeah.
You literally can hit your entire party.
What about Kozark?
It's up.
It says 4 allies.
That's true. So you'd miss one. Who are y'all leaving in the dust? Mind
Please
you,
leave
you
me.
you don't get to dash this turn, so you already fall further behind.
Yeah. So yeah, Union, Arson, and Tempest. Sorry, Kotick.
Hmm.
And then our speeds are increased by 50.
So the three of you will arrive next turn. Not this round coming, but
Wait, can
Um,
I do a thing on that turn?
you're welcome to. Just to understand, you will not be dashing as a result.
Yes. Oh wait. I do want to dash. Yeah, I do want to dash. So we arrive next turn. Okay. Ignore me then.
As the four of you hear what sounds like the shattering of chains echo in your minds, a heavy burden lifted from you and your frames, able to run ever much further.
Oh, Chainbreaker. I get it.
As Kotark, you look over his shoulder, and Everflame just throws his hands in there like, "Alright, well, fuck me, I guess."
Kotark, you can spend more time with your best buddy.
Vic? No.
No, you guys were already leaving him in the dust.
Bye, Kotar.
Sorry.
But goddamn Archmage, y'all keep leaving me behind.
Yep, he's not really one of the group.
He-
You brought
Wait,
that room
he should-
anytime.
He should, have,
Anytime.
he should have your favorite spellbot, Longstrider.
He's a necromancer, not a me.
Why am I not piggybacking?
Two blasts of energy smash into your nightmare ally as it is proven to be itself a threat for an verse AC 18 and 16 respectively.
Both hit.
Okay. For a grand total of 24 points of force damage.
Okay.
That brings us to Mr. Guard, who manages to still breach her defensive with his long daggers, buddied up with your nightmare ally. It is now your turn.
Okay. All right. Stepping back around the corner, we're going to do Hex and Eldritch Blast. And we're going to Hex Strength, as always.
Okay.
First one,
I need a dexterity save from you.
Dex save. Okay. Dex save, Dex save, Dex save.
As she utters a familiar retaliatory spell.
Yep. Is it fire by chance?
I believe it's base
Very
fire,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. I was just curious if she, you flavored it different.
Don't worry, she's going to go ahead and just roll the bare minimum and get you for 3.
Huh. I'm I'm glad you said that before I decided to do something.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's so tempting now.
What?
to trigger. No, I should trigger my hellish rebuke right back.
it, it is your turn. You do have your reaction back.
I know. God,
This is
so...
it. This is how you two kill each other. Just like
Fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you.
You know what? I think I'm gonna do it.
Be like, it's
I
not
say it's worth it.
Leviosa, it's Leviosa.
No, I'm gonna save the
It's
spell slot.
Leviosa, not Leviosa.
And my reaction, just to make sure.
Okay.
You said 3.
3 fire damage. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Puts me at there.
You're fairly sure that part of her was meaning to redirect that at someone else, and thus the scratch of a spell that it ended up being.
Did both of those hit?
The
21 and 19.
yes.
So that would be 2 more.
2d6.
From Hex.
As
26s.
around her, you see what appears to be a force of energy expend itself.
Okay.
Okay. As your ally now goes.
Yes.
I'm assuming you step back out of the way.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, alright. I was thinking about doing something different with him, but... No.
I don't know, man. I feel like he just keeps doing what he's doing. As soon as you change something or start what he's doing, I feel like something's just gonna go wrong.
I mean,
he's pretty
he
consistent.
has a power that he can do once on a short or long rest. So it's just like, should I trigger that or just attack twice? Because he's doing pretty well.
I mean, he's done more damage than the your escort.
I'm not surprised there. I mean, the dude's literally fighting in the dark.
I mean, he's quitting himself well. He hasn't critically failed yet, and he's hit at least once every turn. As Tempest,
I'd probably be more impressed if I was actually watching his turn.
Yeah.
But
Tempest, you find yourself before the temple. It is pitch black. If I'm not mistaken, you're one of the few non-dark visions in the party.
I can't see shit. Which is very annoying. So everything's just pitch black.
Once you go into the building, there is no source of light.
I have nothing that gives a light.
I'm being nice and saying you don't run into the wall in front of you.
I literally have to just wait for arson. He's my source of light.
As you're now running 160 feet a turn with dashes.
Holy shit. Okay, so instead of dashing this, did I just dash technically to get there?
You dash last turn got you here. Thanks to that sound of chain breaking in your head. That was accompanied with Sarah literally stabbing herself in front of you all.
Shit. That would not work. I can't see, so really the only thing I can do right now is activate Blade Song. um, as preparation. And then I'm also going to cast yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself, so I won't be able to dash this turn if everyone else dashes, but I am gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
God, giant fucking text.
That's alright.
Yeah, I am gonna do that.
Brings us to Sarah.
Instead of dashing, can I activate Radiant Soul? Because I think I'll get there next turn if I do that.
Correct. Because you had to
Yeah.
fall, you fell back basically half a turn.
I'll do that then. I'll just Radiant Soul and just keep running normal pace.
Alright. Brings us to Union. If I'm not mistaken, Union, you can see in the dark.
Yes, that is correct.
Tempest is currently standing, like, boot deep in a dead Dragonborn.
Well, 4 tempests are standing boot deep.
Yeah, this is more or less simultaneous. 6 seconds in total. So then apparates 3 more.
Okay.
She has no idea. She's moving literally too fast to realize she now has a Dragonborn around her boot.
Union's
And
gonna open his mouth to say something, reach up, touch his antler, close his mouth, shake his head, and dash into the into
Okay.
the space.
You easily make it up
There.
all the way up the stairs, and see Joe is kind of sitting next to an entryway where you can hear battle on his side.
Joseph, where?
I'm gonna point and use my words to say, the wraith is on our side.
Joe says kill the wraith. No. Okay. That's it for Union.
Alrighty.
God knows he would turn the corner, see 2 Dragonborn, and attack my wraith.
Yep.
Also, Scorgan, you chose those words with purpose, didn't you? Because
yeah.
The
wraith
wraith
being on our side just feels wrong.
that just makes you the bad guys of the story.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Union literally is the bad guy.
Alright, Arson.
Okay, I will get up to Tempest, and I will cast Blade Ward upon her. I mean, Death Ward.
You cast it on the right Tempest.
Do you cast it on the right one?
I'm being mean. He literally, for the record, they all can tell which Tempest because
Yeah.
you were the one standing in the viscera.
Okay.
Also, you're standing in a dead Dragonborn, by the way.
I didn't do that.
I know.
Technically, it's a half Dragonborn.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
But that is me done.
Okay. You still have like 30 movement left?
Oh, then I'll go 30. His speed is ridiculous, Sarah.
Just take me with
Yeah.
you.
I'm sure it's not going to backfire.
Take me with you, please.
That brings us to Kotark, who, if you dash, catches up with Sarah. Barely.
I mean, I could slow down to just mock the dwarf instead.
Sure. Alright. Mock the Necromantic Archmage. You'll be fine.
Mock him at mock speed. Except I'm not.
Carson, help.
So what'd you do?
I can't.
this whole dash.
Okay. So you can vaguely see the resplendent image of Sarah rushing towards the temple just ahead of you. The guard will take his turn. Sounds of combat continue, Joe, as it's now your turn.
Okay. Knowing I have at least one ally, well, Union, I'll step around and I'm
I
going
need
to
a
try
dexterity
to
save,
dex save. Okay.
as you all hear a hiss pop.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, we'll just go with it. I'm feeling lucky.
Joe, as you step around, you are blasted in the gut for 34 points of force damage.
Okay. Hold on.
That's the actual pop sound.
Yeah. Let me look at something real quick.
Okay.
If I can trigger this on force damage. I need a ruling from you. Basically, what I'm looking at is absorb element, and it says thunder damage, which is usually force.
Force is force.
Yeah, it's a different.
Okay.
It's a specific.
Yeah, force is literally like a physical smack.
Well, that's what thunder is. All your like thunder wave, all those are force damage. And, you know, all the thunder damages. If you look at the damage type on them, they're always force.
I thought
But
they were
it's
thunder damage.
No, it says thunder. It doesn't say force. It specifically says thunder.
really. Does it say
I'm
thunder
looking.
damage?
Yeah, it says I'm looking at thunder steps, so 4d10
Thunder damage, yeah.
Okay. So there are different damage types. Okay. You said 34?
Correct.
Okay.
As you turn the corner and catch right as she expels a shout-like motion that slams into you, clearly waiting for you to do the same thing you've done 3 turns in a row.
2 turns. First time I stood out there and watched.
Ah, not fair.
But same difference. Yeah, character sheet. There we go.
And Union,
34.
you witnessed that, of course.
Yeah, I'm fine. But that one, since I can't trigger with the absorb element, because that's why I was saving my reaction for it, I'll trigger Hellish Rebuke
Hellish
instead.
Rebuke. Okay, which means save from her, which she does fail. She's not very nimble.
No. And then, same as what I was gonna say. So use my action to Mind Sliver, which doesn't trigger Hex,
but does go off with success.
And then I'm going to burn to gain 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
And that's turn. So here comes the
current MVP.
Yeah, I was gonna say here comes MVP Nightmare.
Oh, he missed one.
Finally missed. Yeah, you finally missed one.
Did you step back out of the way?
No, this time, since I know allies are coming, I
Okay.
want to be out here for visual reasons. Although I probably, now that I think about it, I should have, but I already said I didn't.
Okay.
Because I've already used my reaction.
The second hit lands,
Okay.
bringing us to Tempest, who, as stated, is boot deep in half a Dragonborn.
Can't see.
And you can see my light a little bit up ahead.
Oh, that's true. Well, then I'm gonna move towards that.
At your current speed, I would like a acrobatics check, please.
We are very fast. Acrobatics don't fail me today.
Okay. You do not fall prone as a result of the legs of the corpse.
Oh, good.
The other half Dragonborn.
Yeah,
The
the
other
other half
half.
falls from the ceiling
Yeah.
and knocks you over. But you easily rush past Arson if you so desire. See Union in the midst of I'm assuming in the middle of making his way in the room.
Yep.
So I see Union making his way into the room.
That's where he ended his motion. Yeah.
Do I see Joe?
Probably.
You would see him standing in the archway. Yes.
Okay.
And if your movement is enough that if you press further in, you see a wraith fighting next to two. Actually, no, you don't see shit because it's dark.
I don't see shit. I'm realizing.
So actually, no, you
Well,
don't.
is
You don't
Joe-
see Union,
is
and you
Joe
don't see
glowing?
Joe.
Joe, are you glowing?
How much you got banked, Joe?
Not a lot.
So you might
Honestly,
vaguely see Joe.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Let me look right now, because I think with what I've expended, I'm like at normal spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
And I
close
can't
to
see. I'm
normal
waiting
spell
for
slots.
Arson. If I can see Joe,
Yeah, you can't
we're
see
gonna
like
attempt-
more than 5 feet past Arson.
Then we're not. We're waiting for Arson. If I don't see Joe, then
Okay.
or glowing a light of any source.
Brings us to
No, I mean
Sarah.
basically, Mutt can make a ruling on it, but I'm basically at like +1 spell slot right now.
Yeah, you would
I would assume no
you wouldn't have
glowing.
seen any light past Arson. Joe has that like really weird, when like glow in dark stickers are like on the verge of dying. Yeah, he's got that kind of glow. He's got about that much glow to him right now.
I don't fucking see shit.
Exactly.
I'm not looking that hard for glowing.
This is what happens when I have to do boss fight after boss fight.
So that brings us to Sarah, who, in her resplendent form, makes her way to the temple.
Woo!
I believe you do have dark vision,
I do. 60 feet.
so you can avoid stepping in half of a dragonborn.
Can I make it to the person that we're fighting?
You would make it up to Union.
Okay, I'll get there and then I'll pull out my bow
Duly noted.
and be a pew pew.
Tempest and Arson, you feel a rush of wind over your head as Sarah flies past you.
Oh, hey, there goes Sarah.
Is that what that was?
Yes.
I need a dexterity save, Sarah. As you are smacked with a rebuke of the hellish kind.
She's next to Union, right?
She is.
So 15?
for a total of 13 damage fire. 15 was not
Okay.
enough.
I'm still okay.
But you do see her stagger from your 2 hits
Alrighty, and that's all for me.
before realizing there's a wraith in there.
The heck is that?
Union!
I'm Union. Okay. Can I see into the room?
If you look around the corner, yes.
Okay. And I
There's-
see the 2 Dragonborn and the Wraith.
Correct. And just when you look up, there's a seraph kind of hovering over you. All Valkyrie-esque.
I didn't hear. I heard Seraph, and I was like, cool.
That's
Seraph.
also
Correct.
correct.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, which can I tell which Dragonborn Sarah just shot?
The one with the arrows in it.
Yes, which one is that?
The one with the robes.
All right, cool. Union will draw his longsword and charge at the one in the robes. And swing.
Okay.
All right, so first attack.
And that hits.
I'm not wasting this damage. I'm going to hit it with the smite. That's 3d8 for first level.
2d8.
2d8.
2d8 and then +1 per upcast.
Gotcha. Okay, and Union will slash again.
Another sound
And
hit.
still up.
She is still up. She is showing little signs of actual bleeding. Though you can see that her robe is rended and torn from multiple assaults.
It's probably some undead thing. I'm gonna hit her with another first level smite. Nice.
She recoils as if she was smitten.
By the love, Doctor. Okay.
No.
I'm pretty sure you haven't taken any bard levels yet.
Yeah, Paladin, Warlock, Bard. That's totally Union. Wow, he actually hit twice. I'm in shock. That'll be Union.
Alrighty. Sarah.
No, I whispered to Sarah, okay, who is this and what happened to Union?
Listen, none's more surprised than I.
As your sword pulls away from the second strike, the lashings of radiant energy leaping from your blade and into the wound you've created, you quickly see her grasp the statue behind her, which those among the party can see is the focal point for the this font of souls. Wherein brain just exploded, language is due. Not abyssal. Come on, brain. Deep
Infernal?
speech.
Ah.
Jesus fucking Christ. She utters something in this, for the faint whispers that her voice has been for the few times you've heard her speak. It's suddenly a heavy, guttural, wordless sounds that somehow elicit you know she's saying and uttering something, but unfortunately not as except Joe. Not a single one of you understands what she's saying. Um, Joe, it is you promised me, so use me. She begins glowing a sickly green. Arson.
Yeah, I'm going to get to the room. I see the glowing green.
You.
I will cast light for my action.
But yes, as you arrive, you see Joseph within the archway. A bit of blood trickling down his lip. You had just seen Union charge in. Sarah is hovering just a little bit off the ground with a bow drawn, and your eyes fall upon the white-robed individual. Now that your light shines upon, reveals that in fact she is not bleeding whatsoever from any of the wounds put upon her. And is glowing a sickly green while her hand is attached to the statue.
How far away from her am I?
About 20 feet.
I will cast spiritual weapon for the first time ever.
You're counterspelled.
Rude. Can I counterspell the light, huh?
You cast that before you started moving, so she didn't see
Fair.
you cast it.
Fair. Well, that's me done.
Brings us to Kotark, who this time will arrive at the lower steps of the temple. Everflame huffing a little ways behind you. The Dragonborn, the brute, having decided to keep pace with the other one walking like or running like a normal person. So if there's anything you want to say to the brute, he's there to. He's there, unfortunately, there to listen.
The insults I could say to all the people I love right now.
And Union.
I didn't stutter.
Oh, thank you, Kotark.
All right, that brings us to Joe.
All right. Let's see. I'm probably going to regret this. No, we're not going to do that. All right. I'm going to attempt a guiding bolt at her.
It smashes the wall just over her shoulder.
Yeah. Well, hold on. It might smash the wall over her shoulder. That one is actually from the 1d20 plus.
Ah, right.
Trying to go old school. Yeah, it smashes
Okay.
over her shoulder.
As you reach out your connection, it's been a while since you've attempted to utilize it.
Yeah. And that actually adds to the tally. seeing that that source is cut me off apparently temporarily, we'll go back to the well I've been drinking from and quicken some of these.
Goes over her other shoulder with the first blast.
Yeah.
But hits but does not beat her current armored state with a second one.
I imagine it just goes right between the eyes, and she just kind of does a hole.
Catches her right in the sternum, but she's whatever she is focused on doing, she is focused.
Yep.
Which brings us to her actual turn that she had delayed.
Well, hold on.
Oh, brings up to
Well,
yeah, that's right,
unless,
your guy.
Yeah. Into my turn. He gets his two rending chills. And that would be it.
The second slice, you do see her knees sort of give for a moment. My promise will be fulfilled. Filth. She inhales. And I need from Union, Joe, Arson, and like mid save, and Sarah. I need dexterity saves. I will note, Joe and Sarah, you are not in Union aura.
And I am not either.
Oh no, that's right. So you because you're still back with them. So now, so only Union is in Union aura.
Yeah, that's fair. That's about right for my dexterity.
And then
there it goes.
I need everyone within the party to basically flip a coin to roll a d2 for me. It's 1.
How the hell do I roll a D2?
That's 2. Bracket,
Yep.
bracket, 1d2. 1. That's 2.
Sorry, I stepped away. Does you need to roll one?
He needs to make a save, and then he needs to flip a coin.
What kind of save? Dex?
Dexterity, correct.
Okay.
You want everybody to roll a d2?
Correct.
Try that
Alright,
again.
there we go, Union.
Okay. So that means the 4 of you take a mighty 35 force damage and are deafened.
What did you say?
How
Oh.
much?
35.
Damn it, I'm still in the fucking hallway.
You just watched the stone behind where Joe and Arson are currently standing shatters into dust.
Oh, I assume that also destroys the mirror images, doesn't it?
You didn't get hit. You were still on the just made your way up the stairway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't.
You weren't in the line.
You're
Oh,
good.
you said me take 35 damage.
It was Joe, Sarah, Union, Arson.
I swore I heard Tempest. I do not know.
If you
why.
want to take 35 points of damage,
No, I don't. I'm just
You
I
sure?
just swore my
like
mind isn't working.
you're fighting real hard to take this damage.
Let me
I was
repeat
just
the thing.
confused.
As your
Just want to be
primary
the bad
physician,
guys of an equal opportunity.
no, I'll stay in my stairwell right now.
Well, this also means that you see, I believe Joe go flying up against the wall.
Yep.
Arson staggers back, hemorrhaging from his ears. Sarah probably loses a few feet in altitude. Yoon just shrugs because he's used to ignoring sound anyways.
That's not good.
Well, the good news is you don't have to hear to get the healing word.
What?
But
What?
Tempest, you're up.
Okay, so now I can see. How far can I go?
yes,
Say, light's not concentration, correct?
it is not.
I know. Dancing lights is.
Yeah.
For some weird reason.
I think probably because you can move them and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like to get within 30 feet of her. Right?
Okay.
I can
Blink and you're
Is that-
there.
Okay.
Mind
do I
you,
still
when
get
you
an
when you
action?
run in, there are 2 Dragonborns currently in combat.
I will yell, Road 1 with no volume control.
Well, there is one that is glowing green and touching a statue. Right?
Correct, and you can almost see the ripple of the sound wave she just produced still fading.
So we're just at 4th level, within 30 feet of her. I want to cast, yes, I want to cast Witch Bolt.
As it locks onto her. You said at what level?
4th.
Okay.
And that will be.
All right, Sarah.
So is she grabbing at something?
She is currently got a death grip on the statue behind her.
Can I tackle her off it?
You're welcome to try.
I'm gonna try and tackle her off it.
You rush in, blood dripping from your ears. So I gotta be polite and do that one public. She actually has a plus 30 mod.
Oh,
Nah. You officially have grappled her. Which I'm assuming we would like to use the shove action to pull her off of the statue.
yeah. Basically, just getting her away from it. Getting me in between her and it.
Okay. That takes up one of your attacks.
Since I'm gripping her, so I can't use a two-hand weapon, I'll just punch her in the face.
Well, if you shove her, it's just
That is a good point.
yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna fighting spirit, great weapon master, and everything.
Okay. I will note when you all see her hand attach, it almost instantly withers all the way down to the bone. Her good hand raises up and throws an arcane shield between you and her. Screaming, "No!"
I'm gonna action surge.
Her arcane defense holds strong.
Can I counterspell that?
You could have.
The arcane? Okay, I could have. I wasn't sure. Sorry. Sorry, Sarah.
It's alright. It's off me.
I'll say she can't hear your apology anyways.
What?
Union,
Yes.
you're up. Sarah has run in and shoved her off the statue and began a physical assault right next to you.
All right. Is she knocked prone or?
She's not prone. She was shoved. She was just shoved away from the statue.
All right. Union will take a deep breath and commence to slashing. All right.
That is a hit. Shield's good. It ain't that good.
And smite. All right. That's more union. And
Oh,
another.
you did damage.
Well, yes. We take wins where we can get them. Okay. Not gonna smite on this one.
Okay.
Damn it! I should have done this previously. But I'm going to, with the bonus action, designate her as the target of my Hexblade's curse.
It sure feels like it, Sarah, but maybe don't jinx it. You know, same team and all.
Yeah, Sarah, Ixnay on the talking about damage.
I'll say.
Alright, that brings us to Arson.
Okay, I will look at Joe and yell a healing word at him.
What is the source of this healing word?
I will need to roll the religion check.
Okay. Hey, Joe, you have 6 hit points. You're still deafened.
Look, I don't got that one right. Oh, yes, I do, but that's later. I learned from that mistake, and then as my action, I will produce. I'm within 30 feet of her, right?
Correct.
I will produce flame and throw it at her as my action.
Okay.
Oh, that's a crit. So 17 fire damage.
So, Kotark, as you and the brute finally arrive on the scene, as the one ally apparently not trusted to utilize the speed.
To be fair, I never have.
The lance of fire smashes through what you all realize to be a burnt out throat from her last shout. She very slowly crumples on the wall behind her.
Does the font seem to be acting in a similar way as we've seen before?
It's still
After
going.
Is she like dead or like just skeleton on the ground dead?
She's twitching.
Better question is the giant freaking 4 beams of lightning still connected to her?
Yeah, she's still twitching.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Get ready for round 2, and that is me done.
And you like to do Kotark?
Back away slowly?
Okay, Joe. You vaguely saw Kotark arrive out of the corner of your eye and then promptly go right back down the stairs. Joe, are you muted?
Yeah, apparently I was. What I was saying was the corpse is twitching though still, right?
You're fairly sure she's not yet a corpse.
Okay. I know she doesn't like Or she's... What's the play here? We're gonna go with Sacred Flame on the downed Dragonborn lady, which is actually not required for it to roll.
All right, Joe. How you want to do this?
A
Um, I'd like for it to kind of be just like a beam of light that just like cuts a circle right in the middle of her. Just like leaving a couple different pieces laying there. Very similar to what she did to like all the other Dragonborn as she walked in.
Okay. For the briefest moments, y'all swear that the moon must be up there shining as lance after
It's like a
lance of light
spotlight.
shines down on her and rends her apart.
Seeing the moonlight, I give a golf clap. Not that he can hear it.
Skull's
Not that I
clap.
can
You're not supposed to hear it. But you're out of combat. The font, I will note, is still going.
Yeah. I'll just look to the rest of the party and say, I do not have the hit points, or I should say the health, because no one will know what a
Yeah.
hit point is. I do not have the health to do this.
What?
Someone else
What?
has to close this one.
What is he saying?
As Sarah reaches for the font.
Sarah touches the font.
Can I point at Arson and relay what Joe said?
What?
Yeah.
It's still a whisper. It's
It's-
not telepathic. He's
Is it?
deafened.
Oh,
Yep.
it is.
It is still a verbal
Oh.
sound.
Forgot about that.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Yeah. Hello.
I need a wisdom save, darling. Union's aura does not affect this. As you once again reach into the font.
If I failed, I can re-roll it.
Would you like to re-roll it before I tell you yay or nay? I believe I don't tell you you failed or passed.
think-
It says if I fail.
Okay, then please re-roll it. Okay. As you stagger forward, your wings sort of flickering in and out. There's that deep inhale as you steady yourself. You can sort of see Joe gesturing at the statue and pointing at all of you, holding on to various wounds over his body. And as you grasp around the throat of one of the ornate dragons, there is a pulse in the back of your mind. All of you watch as the souls slowly begin to, what was a steady stream, begin one here, another there, and eventually the trickle ends. Sarah is still hemorrhaging from ears and nose, but you're not sure if that's from what she just did or from the aggressive sonic blast that she received but moments ago.
I will do a mass healing word for myself, Sarah, Union, and Joe. I think we're the only ones who took damage.
Joe, as you sort of come to your senses, the guard, by the way, is currently like blasted to the other wall.
I think that's the way he wanted to go.
Didn't say he was dead. I said blasted.
If I can get him to with the mass healing word, I will.
Like, damn, dude.
Just looks over at Joe from the wall, very much alive.
Like, dude.
Joe's walking over with a knife. The way he wanted to go.
Everybody gets another 6 HP.
Everyone gets another 6 HP.
Including the Dragonborn dude.
Okay.
Including him?
He stays sitting there staring at Joe.
Are you sure he's an ally?
He throws a knife at Joe.
Okay.
He'll then action surge and throw his other knives at Joe.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
to be fair, I think if one hit, just the hellish rebuke will take him back down.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, if he threw knives at me, we're going all the way to 3rd level.
Like, hey, sit down. Like, I'm already sitting.
I told you I'm not your enemy. He literally gets plastered to the wall this time.
When Sarah turns to you all and begins this loud yelling, her eyes are no longer glowing blue. There is almost a gold tint to them.
Huh.
Well, you said round 2.
No, we're not fighting. I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself to get rid of.
What?
I'll just start casting Lesser Restoration and everybody saying what. I will have. So that's what, 4 of us, 5 of us.
If you'd like lesser restoration, say what?
I think that's everyone but Kotar and Tempest?
Yeah, but
I'm
Dragonborn too.
Nah, he's good.
He doesn't say what.
Fair.
He literally didn't let me the condition of your statement. By the way, sir, you have no idea your eye colors have changed.
I assumed as much.
Yeah.
This is for all the Lesser Restorations. Just to make sure they go off.
There you go.
So I am out of seconds and thirds.
But you can all hear now.
Yay. Huh.
You know, I'm actually pretty close to you on this one for once.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. I hadn't moved those over. I still have quite a few seconds.
Sarah, how'd you do that?
I just kind of grabbed it. Just like I did the lady before.
When you nearly became a pile of ash?
I never said it was a good idea.
I agree there. But perhaps that's what we need to do in Mergia.
Oh.
So we should probably leave before they, like, get us involved in some kind of court case, right?
The brute is standing right there, by the way.
Like,
just out of curiosity, does anybody in my party, glancing at the dragon board, worship a dragon god?
Blow it up. Do it.
No.
I'm just curious.
I mean, just in case.
Something occurred to me. I'm just curious.
I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen?
I kill you.
That
What he said.
we
Was that in Draconic or Common?
I remind you, the brute speaks common.
Oh, right. He's the one who speaks Common.
Uh-huh. He's just standing there,
I can take him.
arms crossed, like, I could probably
Just
kill at
I
least
can take him.
3 of you in one turn.
just face palm.
I can take him.
Please no. We did what we came here to do. Maybe
Are you
for
sure?
lucky. Yes.
Saying blowing it up worked last time.
Still got 2 more to go.
One time.
Yeah. 2 more to go.
At least we have a witness that saw we didn't do this. Well, the murdering of the other dragon. You know what I mean.
What happened to the other guy that was with me?
The guard?
Yeah.
So right now there are 2 Dragonborns with you. There's the guard, who is currently like struggling to his feet after being healed, and the brute who arrived a little alongside Kotark, who was
So
still
he
sitting in.
survived too.
He wasn't even part of the fight. He arrived with Kotark, who
Oh, I was talking about the guy that like came with me. That was
yes,
knife.
your knife boy was the one who, like, hey, he just got blasted the wall. Oh, he wants to go that way. No, he's still alive. I didn't say he was dead. I said he got blasted.
Okay, just making sure that. So there's 3 Dragonborn, 2
Two.
Dragonborn.
2 Dragonborns
brute
and
that came with them, yeah.
there's the brute that came with Kotark, and there's the guard
Right.
that came with you.
Gotcha. That's the 2. Okay. I mean, 2 down, 2 to go.
The brute reaches for his axe, misunderstanding you.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not you two.
We are ahead of schedule, though. If you guys would like to take a rest, I think I could wait for you this time.
I'd like to do it inside of the mansion.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
here.
You can vaguely hear the sounds of a cussing dwarf getting closer to the door.
Yeah, I don't think we can. I don't think they would enjoy us literally like sprawling out and like making our rest inside their temple.
Yes.
But to be clear, like nobody here besides these 2 points to the Dragonborn worships the dragon god, right? I'm not gonna do anything
Correct.
negative or rash. I'm just curious.
I don't worship any of them. They're not gods to me.
We have 2
Yeah, I
moon
mean-
people and 2 Lathander people.
And
Yeah,
2
two
not god people.
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I just wanted to confirm this. Right. So yeah, let's get out of here.
Yes.
It kind of smells of Dragonborn in here.
Oh right, you don't know he speaks common.
I don't care if he did.
I know.
That's why, honestly, as many times as he said, Genasi, I just wanted to like point it out as like, you know,
Doesn't feel good. The other side of it, does it?
The appreciation
smells
from
of
Tempest.
Dragonborn in here. Because honestly,
The
Joe
appreciation.
would have thought, would have been thinking that no one probably understood what he was saying, so he put the extra emphasis on it, just like they had been. Let's get out of here.
Yes.
You will see the crone.
We'll see the crow.
Crown.
Well,
Crone.
lead the way
Oh.
then, because we're kind of on a tight schedule.
I went from hopeful to very disappointed very quickly there.
Don't worry, Joseph. I'm sure we'll spot some birds.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a crow and the crow.
Yeah, I'm not using the crow anytime soon, sir. Might use a different corvid.
I love that.
Salt if it's a crow.
Let's go see the crone. Hopefully, she'll be more helpful than the necromancer.
You make you get downstairs, air flames.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? We're going the other way.
Do you need a lift,
done.
Everflame?
Oh, just fuck you all!
That's not being sarcastic. Do you want to lift?
Yes.
I can carry you.
I pick him up.
I want to carry the. Oh, okay, fine.
I asked.
Yeah. I'm waiting on something.
I just want to be clear. You didn't PM me, right?
No, I'm not paying you.
Okay. It's been
Alright.
a while since we've had that issue, but you know.
Did you get my PM from earlier?
I'm gonna say no.
Something about tripping up? Okay.
Tripping.
Don't worry about it. I thought I had found the solution, but I guess not. I think it was test.
The only looks like the only PM that I saw back from you was your reply to my hex issue.
Okay. Then that was the solution. So you all, as Sarah, you go to lift Everflame up. His complaining doesn't cease, but it does like get a little quieter. You can hear the sound of someone quite literally tripping over bodies, seemingly trying to stay out of sight. Those of you with dark vision see Kotark.
I still have the light up.
Yes, but you're out. You have made it outside the building.
Oh, yeah. I will wait for Kotark.
Kotark.
Hmm?
You have been spotted, and they apparently think you're just lost.
I'm always lost. Why do you think I'm with this party?
Because Sarah's your best friend.
Did you ask?
No.
So you're just assuming.
Correct.
This
Yes.
situation almost sounds like another situation.
Look, let's go.
Mystical layers to arson.
Poor Sarah.
Christ.
Oh.
All right, but the brute begins leading you back towards the centralized building.
Yep, I'll follow behind.
Those of you with the chain breaker, it is actually kind of difficult to actually follow him.
It only lasts a minute though, so eventually it'll just stop.
You guys make it like half a block. Like getting stuck behind that old lady in traffic. But
I just realized that I also have blade songs, so I get a plus 10 feet as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
I'm just.
You're zoomy.
so
Oh.
as you arrive back at the central hub, the what appears to be the official organized building of their city here, but a lot of you can still see what looks to be almost a soft blanket of that font still slowly fading back into the skies and being drawn elsewhere northward. And that is where we fade to black.
Right. Seeing that, like, all of them having a hard time not going fast, Joe's gonna cast slow on everybody that's too fast.
I was tempted to
Like,
do that.
like right, even worse. You finally decide to do it right as the speed boost wears off. Just yo.
Sir.
Sarah, we will do it when we're not surrounded by Dragonborn.